Alright everybody, welcome back. This is video 2 of, I'm not sure how many part series it's going to end up being, of how to make a Mugen buggy into a short course truck. I got the bumpers all fitted on there and the body mounts for this first step. And I had an old body laying around. This was for actually I had it on a Kyosho SCR. I think I had it on another buggy too because I do have 2 sets of holes drilled in it. But fortunately, one of the sets of holes ended up working out and I didn't have to drill any more holes in it. Sweet. One less step to do. As you can see with the bumpers on, it fits just perfect under the body. You know, it's not sticking out anywhere. On the front end it lines up just perfect with the nose of the truck. So as far as how I mounted the bumpers anyways, it ended up working out pretty nice for the body. I did trial run this once just to make sure it wasn't going to be like 2 inches off front or rear or something like that, but it ended up, the way I mounted the bumpers worked out pretty good under the body. Same with the body posts, you know. Ended up, looks like it's a nice ride height. I don't have tires yet for this truck, so hopefully once you get the tires on there, I'll check it out a little bit more. We might have to raise the body up or down some. We'll see then. For the front bumper, as you can see, I showed you where I drilled the hole in the first video. I used a washer just a little bit extra so it doesn't pull back through the body. And then mounted it underneath there. We had to drill 2 holes on the bottom. I mean, it's solid. You can shake it around, and I bent it a little bit trying to pull on it, make sure it doesn't come out of there. It's pretty tough in there for the front bumper. The back bumper, remember we used, sorry the lighting's not the best there. Ended up using those 2 where you can see the 2 screws right there, right underneath that opening in the shock tower, were from the original buggy wing mount. That's where we ended up having to notch out a little bit of the piece of the SCT bumper mount right here. The way I screwed it in there, it kind of went in a little offset, but the last time I screwed it in, you can get that to be almost straight. What I did is just take a little notch out of there with a Dremel and maybe cut 1/4 inch out of it, just so there's some room to squeeze it together so it lined up with those holes. And then on the bottom side, we mounted it in those 2 long screws that go all the way through the diff housing. Went in right there. And that too, that, you know, the bumper is solid. This body's following me around everywhere. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's solid. You can hold it up. It's not going nowhere. It's tough. Should hold up pretty good. For the body mounts, we had to drill 2 holes in the tower. That came out like that. And I will add, I had to, it's going to be hard to show, but on the bottom here, I had to, because it was so close to the bottom, I had to actually take just a razor and cut a little bit off the bottom of this, just so it would slide in there nice, so I could get my screws into those holes. And just when I drilled it, I got a little bit low when I drilled the holes. Should have been up maybe 1/8 of an inch or so just to give myself a little more room. But the way I did it, I didn't want to have to take it off or move it anytime I wanted to adjust any of the settings in the shocks. So the way it sits there, you won't really ever have to remove it to get at anything. That was my main concern. I hate messing with vehicles that you gotta take 10 things apart just to get at one thing. Same with the rear end. I had to drill 2 holes. You know, I drilled the holes through the towers to go in to the body mounts. Anyways, overall, I think it's a real clean look. If you look at the truck, you know it doesn't look all cut up or hacked up. It looks like it fits on there nice, like it was almost meant to be. You know, there's no real big cutting or gouging of any sort. I like my stuff to look clean and like look it was from the factory. I will add I had an extra set of what would you call these, just side guards, just off an old truck. I think it was that Kyosho SCR side mounts, and I don't know, I put them on there. When the body's on there, it just fits perfect, you know. That way if you get hit from the side, it's not bending your body up and all that good stuff. So I just threw them on there. I'm not really too concerned about saving weight. I'm not by no means a pro driver, so the couple grams of weight it added, it's not going to really affect my driving style that much. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed the video. Vid 3 is going to be, basically I think Vid 3 will just be on how we narrow it up. We're going to have to take some off the front arms to narrow everything up, and I've got some different arms ordered for the rear. Stay tuned for Vid 3.